Whether you run a large chain with several locations with an internal marketing department, own a small locally focused business, or rely on an external marketing agency, you need to know whether your efforts are working. And in order to hold yourself, your team, or your agency accountable, you need to make sure your marketing is answering the right questions from your audience. Having a successful marketing presence and strategy takes work, but it also takes time. So what can you do to start off on the right track and stay there? Basically, you need to know what you need to know. From customer behavior and needs to search engine and social media algorithms, it takes a lot of information to effectively create, implement, and manage a winning marketing strategy. Your digital marketing efforts depend on already knowing the answers to several questions regarding your brand and preferred approach to reaching your target audience. Each product type, service, or industry has its own ways of doing things, of course. Yet, when developing a smart marketing strategy, it takes some basic knowledge to get started in the right direction. You can gain this knowledge by being smart and making sure your marketing answers the following 4 questions. Number 1, is your message clear and simple? The amount of information your customers' brains are processing in any given moment is massive. What that means is that you need to get your message across to them clearly and quickly. There's always time to tell your story and help your customers get to know you. But first, you need to be sure they understand what you do. And with every other brand bombarding them with what they do, you don't have much time to get through to your audience. In all honesty here, no more than a few seconds. Those first few seconds are realistically all you have time to make an impression on your potential customer before they click away. This has always generally been true, but the margin for error is getting much narrower as information overload has been steadily increasing. Now here's what I recommend you keep in mind when crafting a clear and simple marketing message. Keep it to one sentence or one short phrase that's easily repeatable, doesn't require any further explanation, and describes your solution to the customer's problem. Number 2, can customers immediately understand what it is you offer? One thing people often forget here that it doesn't need to be cutesy or even obviously catchy. Now it can be, but that should be secondary to clarity. Your goal is to establish an obvious, immediately recognizable link between your customers thinking they need something and your product or service that solves that need. Now, you might think repetition can actually get annoying, but having a simple, repeatable phrase becomes extremely powerful if you can center your brand messaging around it. Basically, what I'm telling you here is that your message should be easy to understand, that a 10-year-old should know what you're offering. Number 3, is your message short? This really goes back to what we went over earlier in this video with being clear and simple. A one-sentence explanation of what you do and what problem you solve for your customers is what you need to focus on here. Look at a brand like Snickers. Their message is so short and simple, it's only 3 words, but I guarantee you, you already know what it is without me saying it. Hungry? Why wait? Now on its face, it's the most obvious marketing message of all time. It presents a simple question: are you hungry? And with the answer almost always being yes, the solution is now Snickers. And finally, number 4, is your message repeatable? Now there is no sense in coming up with some cutesy, over-the-top, trendy message that no one will ever remember. If it's not easily repeatable, your brand isn't easily remembered. Now, of course, established brands can run feel-good marketing campaigns that are intended to make you think positively about the company on a macro level. But smaller brands, like most of you watching this video, need to grab your customers' attention and capitalize on it fast. Your one-sentence offering needs to be specific and speak to your customer's pain point. If they don't know how you can help them within a few seconds of seeing your marketing materials or website, they'll scroll right past it on social media or just click away. Answering these marketing questions is not only smart, but necessary for brands and marketing departments alike. With the information they provide, you'll have the foundation to get started implementing your brand strategy, modify and adjust what you're currently doing, and most importantly, leap ahead of your competition.